Hello, welcome to Miscast. My name is Lennon, Jason's son.
My name is Jason, aka Lennon's dad.
And we're on episode 73 of the Miscast.
Was it 73?
Yeah.
What was it? I thought it was 72.
Well,
Oh, you just looked.
the last episode was 72.
Oh, so 73 is after that. Okay.
73 is this one.
So it's 72 and then 73.
Yes.
And then next week will be 74.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell this is a tired episode.
Yeah, it's currently what? 10:20.
10:20 p.m.
Yeah.
But we've kind of had this thing lately of exhausting weekends.
Yeah, we've done nothing for like most of the year, like especially during summer.
Oh, we've done some stuff.
Yeah.
But
It's too hot
nothing
to-
like
too hot to like go out
outdoorsy.
and
Gone like,
bike.
well, let's go to Dave and Buster's or let's play
Yeah.
games inside or whatever. But and today played tennis.
Mhm.
How long were we out there? Like 2 hours.
We got there at probably 4,
Mm.
and when did...
Yeah, it must have been like 6 hours. No, like 6. Man. Okay, that explains why
It's pretty good.
I'm like sleepy
Yeah,
or tired or exhausted.
all three.
It's kind of like how it was last Sunday.
Saturday.
Last Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Segway. How about tiring?
Yeah. Wait, how can I segue this? Like, what's technically tiring?
Like, I'm almost as tired as I was last weekend.
When
What?
we went
Oh,
to
wait.
the fun race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Oh, that's an episode 4 we could do.
Yeah.
F1 US Grand Prix recap.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, so where we begin. So we got there. You're doing
Wait,
play by play.
Yeah, let's start when we left.
Okay.
So-
Left at
Probably 6:30, 6:45.
because where we're at is probably 70 miles, 70 miles from where the race is,
Yeah, somewhere
or
around
south of that. And like the gates opened at 8,
there. Yeah.
so it was like, okay, when do we get there? By the time we get to the entry, and because there's stuff we wanted to do beforehand. So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we left about 6 something.
Mhm. And then we went to Buc-ee's,
Mm-hmm.
which we have to.
Yeah. It's on the way.
Yeah.
Because we were.
We need water.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's a good thing. So the rules for Coda, I was like, okay, 1 20-ounce sealed water you can bring.
Yeah.
Suntan lotion, non-aerosol.
Mhm.
So of course we had non-aerosol. We had aerosol. So like, oh man,
Yeah.
I guess we have to.
So we bought like a tiny thing of baby sunscreen, but it was so oily. It was like putting olive oil on your
It's
skin.
like mud,
Yeah.
pretty much. So you got the lotion and then
the water.
the water
And some beef
jerky.
Yeah, really good.
And then made it up there, and it was like, oh, cool, we found it. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, so we walked.
We parked at this like little auto shop.
Yeah, like kind of across the street from turn 1.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this is sweet. This is like right across. So that was like, what, maybe 10-minute walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we get to the main like gates area,
Yeah.
and there's a huge line.
Mhm.
And the guy says, "Go to gate 3, it's faster." So we go to gate 3, which is about a 5-minute walk.
Yeah.
You say? Yeah. And then
I don't think there was anybody there really.
no, and security was absolutely horrible. Like, you know what's hard about it was people had chairs, general admission.
Yeah.
So the people just hold it above the metal detectors,
Mhm.
and like in the bag, they didn't check the bag.
That's right, because didn't they have a line? Was there one line for chairs and one line for
Yeah.
not? And I had not a backpack, but like, what do you call those little things? Like a
I guess
rucksack type thing.
Yeah.
And that had our lotion and our waters.
Mhm. And the dumbest thing about it is when we went to the UTSA football game, they checked our binocular bag to make sure we had binoculars in there, but an entire chair bag and an entire backpack.
Yeah, not a backpack. Basically, we didn't even have to put our hands up, did we?
No.
Like we just like walked. Did they? Is that where we looked at our ticket?
They didn't like do the metal detector thing where they like scan up and down. They just walked in.
Did they even like look at our ticket?
Yeah.
When we came in is when they looked at it? Okay. I can say otherwise. But I was just really unimpressed by that security.
Yeah.
Like, part of me was like, man, I could have bought a bigger thing of water, and I could have just brought my aerosol thing, and I could have brought like a whole lunch, because there's like no outside like drinks and stuff. Well, then also you think of like security wise.
I was gonna say that too. Someone could easily bring something that they're not supposed to.
Right. Yeah, it was like, okay, so we get in there, and then
what did we do?
I think we walked in, and did we see the I think San Antonio booth?
Oh yeah, there was a little booth. It was a bunch of Texas cities, and San Antonio was open. And we took a complimentary car freshener and a socket wrench.
Yeah, a tire pressure, because we went there and we were like, oh, let's go visit San Antonio. I mean, not that we were trying to get anything free. We were just like, oh, we're from there. We just wanted to say hi.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, here, take something.
Chapstick.
And I was like, yeah, you mentioned like, oh, you might need chapstick or whatever. Yeah. So then you grabbed, I think, what you thought was chapstick.
Car vent.
Car vent air freshener.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man. And I got the little tire pressure gauge. These are kind of whack. Yeah. No offense if like San Antonio person's listening, but like it didn't even say like come visit San Antonio. It was basically like okay, I know they ordered it from Wish or something.
I don't even know what's a good gift. Like come to San Antonio. We have soccer with tire pressure.
I'm guessing that they probably just wanted to keep the like, oh, it's a race, so let's do some car-related swag type stuff.
Yeah, but
it wouldn't make me if I'm just like, oh, let me visit San Antonio. What if that's where I guess people have car breakdowns and their cars stink or something. Come for flat tires and stink, you know.
Yes. That's really what I remember.
So, and from there you had the idea of, or you reminded me. There was this picture that we got taken of you and I, was it 2017 or 18?
I think it was 18.
Like so we're kind of standing and there's the view of the tower at Coda in the background.
Cars going by.
And like I'm standing, so and that's my wallpaper for like my computer.
Yeah.
And so we're like, let's do that again.
Yeah.
So we kind of. You luckily you remember where we stood at, or like what side.
Yeah, but one thing is we got it's kind of on a hill, and we didn't really get on the like slanted hilly part of it. Yeah. If we did, it'd be better. But it was still a good photo. It
was still one. It was you had to just find somebody.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can you take a picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we did thing.
All right. So then from there.
I got a lemonade.
Did you get a lemonade right off the bat?
Yeah, it was really good.
Did you? Okay, so we went. Did we, or did we go to our seat first and like?
We didn't go to our seat first. We were like
just to like see like the noisy, historics.
That was at the endurance.
Okay, so we just did the walk first. So you did get the lemonade, and it was either it was the coffee and lemonade line.
Yeah, which was kind of weird.
It was like fresh lemonade, and there was just a guy with lemons. I mean, was it good?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Really?
Like, they put the perfect amount of sugar to where it's not, like, so bitter and not like Country Town lemonade, 20 grams of sugar.
I gotcha. Got that, and then we just kind of walked around looking at the vendors and stuff.
Yeah. What did we really do for that time?
Well, I know we just like looked for a vendor. We were looking for a program.
And we found one, and then they opened at like 9:30 and it was like 8:20.
All right. We wanted the program, and so we just were. I think that's when we kept walking. That's right. And some of the shops, I think, were just kind of. I mean, it's like stuff, I guess, nowadays, I mean, you can just get online. It's not like, oh, I have to go to the race to get this. Other than, that's one reason I wanted the program, too. And then they had the little Tops.
Trading cards?
Trading cards had, like, free samples or whatever.
Super hard to find.
Yeah.
And then later on, they had a shift change.
Like, shift change.
Yeah, and then they give us, like, 2 packs each.
Yeah.
So we ended up with 6.
They're cool because I mean they're actually for the race.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like I mean that makes sense. It wasn't like just random stuff like existing because there's so many different series of different cards. But that's cool.
Yeah.
I think we kind of got pretty much all of them. And then that's when we did. I know we thought what's the fan zone thing called? Was it just called the fan zone?
Yeah, it was called the fan zone.
Yeah, I was thinking, I saw the sign, I was like, man, do you have to pay like to do this or what?
Yeah.
Because there was a sign by the program that said, I was like, well, I guess, maybe we were supposed to register first. And anyway, it turns out it was just $25 for the programs.
Yeah.
And so they had, the lowest line for the F1 game?
There was a pit stop challenge, an esports challenge, and reaction time challenge. There was another one. Was there? They had like no one roll. Something like they did.
No. I don't remember that. I mean, they had like the display of like the 2022 car also, which was cool.
And the trophy, World Driver's Trophy.
Yeah, that was cool to see the actual.
I didn't see all the signatures and that. But yeah, we went to the reaction challenge thing.
Yeah.
Which was, there's a TV screen of a car going around the track, and then these little indicators would pop on. It would be like a brake icon, and then there's like a steering wheel, and there was buttons on the steering wheel, and you'd have to press them. And like when the brake light showed up, you'd have to press the brake, and there would be a little timer. You had like 5 seconds to do so. And I did 0.01 seconds faster than average.
Nice.
Yeah,
it was almost like whack-a-mole.
Yeah, it was like whack-a-mole.
But it was all like digital.
Yeah.
Like touchscreen stuff.
And you can't exactly see where the whack-a-mole is.
That one, the lines were long for the other ones.
Yeah, but that had no line.
Yeah. Well, there was some, but it was only, you knew it was just like a minute. That's all it was. But whereas like the esports,
it was like
4 at a time and what?
Yeah, 3 laps.
By the time they did this, and even the pit stop thing, I think. I'm sure those weren't regulation tires, but I feel like those might have been a little bit heavy.
50 kg.
Yeah. And I think at that point, isn't that where there was the endurance, they were going to be running theirs?
Yeah.
Like where they just endurance type races. So we
just
like
LV1.
Yeah, we just got to our seat and then watched that for like a lap, and I was like, "Ooh, it's a little
really
loud."
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, "Oh, let's go."
Yeah, and then I sold them the lemonade, and
we got some earplugs.
That was, I think, at the historic. Those are also pretty loud.
But we got some before. It was there at the Ferrari booth, like, and it wasn't like they were fancy Ferrari ones. They just were like they had a little race car on them. So earplugs.
Like 2012 car.
Thanks, Wish.
But they work pretty well.
Yeah. And then we went to the. And we just sort of kind of like walking around, just like looking at our different stuff. Did we eat something before?
We had pizza.
I know what it was.
What?
Sorry. The Andretti demo.
Oh yeah.
Like Andretti and Zach Brown driving around near McLaren.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, that was cool. But then that was just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, like 7.
I think after that's when I went to go get pizza.
And then that's when there was a long gap between that and the driver's parade, and then the anthem, and the rest started.
That's right, and we did the.
So, yeah, during the gap, we had pizza, and we sat by the plaza, and there's a view of the lake, and there's a boat on there, and some like Ferrari supercars.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Cool just to hang out, but it was hot. I mean, it was sunny.
And breezy.
It was sunny and breezy, and sometimes the clouds are kind of covered. We're sitting at turn 15, section 19. Row
14.
12. No, wait.
14.
Row 4, was it?
Yeah, it was 14.
Maybe we're seats 12 and 13.
Yeah, that's where I see 12 and 13.
Okay, row 14.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it.
Row 15, section 19, row 14, seats 12 and 13.
Yeah, they were good seats.
Yeah.
Like if you know the track layout, I mean, you can kind of see several like turns. It's not like some turns where you just see them,
Yeah, you can see
it.
turns 12 to 13, no 15, which were quite a lot. They had like after a straight and then a little mini straight and then a hairpin and what's it called? It starts with an S.
Chicane?
No, it's like a really tight corner.
Sausage curve? I don't know. What do you think? Sausage?
It's like splint or something. I don't know. It was a really sharp corner, and then they accelerated.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was good to see a lot. Good to see like the slow, and I think that's where we've sat every time.
Yeah. We sat at turn 12 for qualifying. I think on 2017.
2017, I think it was 12, and then that's when we moved to 15 because there was nobody there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. Like the qualifying in 2017 that there was, you could sit, you had like the whole area to yourself pretty much, but that's the case this time.
No.
But no, I thought our seats were really good. And just kept applying sunscreen and drink water, stay hydrated.
Yeah, I have a horrible tan. You can see you probably can't see on video, but there's a huge difference between my forearm tan and then my shoulder. I tried to work on that, but I didn't really do anything.
Yeah, but at least we didn't get burned.
Like I got burned like above my shirt collar, but it doesn't really hurt if I touch it. It just kind of itches.
It's there. Yeah, my lips got chopped. Or windburn, I guess. But
windburn? What's that?
It's like wind burns you. It's like no, like people that are like skiing or like if you're on mountains and stuff, like the wind can cause like chopped. I'm guessing that's what it was from, but
yeah.
Anyway, so the race itself. So we had a good spot where at least we could see the screen.
Yeah, we could see screens perfectly, but I could barely make out text. I can only really make out the team icons, the drivers.
I mean, at least they had like the announcer, like not Crofty and them, but just like the track announcers.
Which is really, I hated them. When Max was on the radio, they just kept talking and they're like, what? We couldn't hear them? Wow, that's crazy.
Or like you would hear a radio message and like, what do you say? Well, I don't know. Like, okay. But wasn't it?
It was some.
One of the other person, was it like Fittipaldi's kid or something? Or one of them. Maybe I'm just making, but I know in the section we were at, see behind us, I know there was Mercedes fans.
Yeah, they were like kind of obnoxious, but they were pretty funny. They made some jokes too.
And then a lot of Red Bull fans.
Yeah.
A lot of McLaren.
At the very bottom of our road, there were some crazy Hamilton fans. They had like a flag and a cutout, and on the parade lot, not the parade lot, maybe the formation or something, the Hamilton like pointed at them with his car
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And we're watching the broadcast afterwards. We're watching the podium celebration, and all the fans were running on the track. We saw their flag.
You could see them right there.
Yeah, but the race.
I thought the race, it was just, of course, seeing Carlos in that first turn, it was like, oh man, seriously.
But the rest of the race is really good.
Yeah, no, there was some awesome moments.
We saw the overtake for the lead with Max and Lewis.
So like
on turn 12.
Seb just like battling the whole race.
Yeah, that was amazing until his pit stop.
Oh man, I know. I haven't got a picture where he's in P1, like he's up there, and I was like, we'll see. And then for Max, he's got his pit stop, and of course you really don't know what's going on. You see like the screen, like oh man, what's taking so long?
There's also cars going by, so it's like screen car.
Then when it came time for Seb, like okay, he's good, and I was like, oh, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, of course.
But he still fought back.
Yeah, he got like P8 or something.
7 or 8, but
yeah, one's at P7.
But it was awesome, like on the last lap that we got to see that fight. I mean, we didn't get to see the final like overtake, but just we saw them like battling, like right by our turn.
Seb and Kevin. But yeah, that overtake with Seb and Madison on the penultimate corner, that was just impressive. Yeah. It's really good.
That's why I'm also glad we had the screen right there we could see, because we saw them battle, like, okay, we knew it's like the last lap, what's going to happen or whatever. But no, it was worked out well, but like to see Seb do better, and Mick was doing pretty good for a while.
He got 9. Yeah, he got 10th. Really.
And then race is over. Okay, well, don't want to. Well, maybe we'll kind of beat the traffic back. So get some turned around over there versus like where we. I should have paid more attention what the entrance we went to. I thought it was turn 3. We're at 15, so we walked like all around trying to find the exit. I think at one point we actually did exit the place, and it was like, oh no, this is the main entrance, the grandstand exit. We were way on the other side. Yeah. At least we got back in.
You have to walk all around.
But then it turned out by the time we got to the part where it's like almost where the exit for the track is, it was basically kind of just behind where we were sitting, pretty much.
Yeah. So
like, are you serious?
We left the grandstand, took left. If we would have just taken the right, we'd be at the exit.
Would have been like right there, but definitely got steps. And then there was traffic.
Yeah. So
what time did we finally get out of the gate?
At 5. Oh wait, no. Wait.
The race was over we probably got out of the gate around like 4:15.
Yeah. Right.
But then probably with stop and go traffic, just to get from there to like waiting and then just trying to get on the actual highway. Yeah. And that was a couple hours.
It was. So after the race it said like drinks and food half off, so I bought a Gatorade and some Doritos, which is the right call since we were walking for a while. And we were just waiting by the road at the intersection.
I'm glad you got that drink. Because you're already like tired and stuff from being there, and then it's just like stop and go
and just really the walk to like the highway was horrible. We had to go to like Lot T.
Yeah. Just on alone, it was. Then we kept seeing the helicopters and like the VIPs or whatever, and man, I knew we should have just had a helicopter instead. But, so I think by the time we finally got home, it was. Well, you fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
Way into it, but
car.
Probably like you definitely fell asleep on the car for like 45 minutes. And we get home and like, okay, well, I need to eat. At least you had some Doritos and stuff.
Yeah, I had my Doritos in the car.
But then I was like, well, I don't know, do we stop and get something? And I was like, well, now you're asleep. I already know you. I was like, I guarantee you, we'll get in the house. It's about 8:30 or something. Like, I'll lay down for a minute and see you in the morning.
It was. What about like 8 the next day?
Oh, you had school, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I fell asleep at 8. Yeah. And one minor note, during the race, I only wore one earplug in the right, since they were braking on the left and they started accelerating on the right, which is when they got loud. But they weren't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, it was awesome.
It was.
It was exhausting.
I mean, except for the last like 4 hours, which were really out of our control.
What's that? The traffic?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But you just never know. I knew it was going to be a lot of traffic. I just wouldn't. I guess because it's not prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they say the race is in Austin, but technically it's not Austin. I mean, it's south of Austin.
Yeah.
It's like maybe in the county, but it's not. It's a completely different city. Del Valle.
Yeah.
DeVal, which is a little dinky road. And I guess they can't put all this infrastructure in it because people only go there for like this race or IndyCar or I guess NASCAR races.
What's hilarious is that so when we're in traffic, we'll just like stop and go, and there's this little party going on, and someone they had a chair, and it was a rocking chair, but instead of it having like a semicircle base, it was a hydraulic. And the back went up and down on like a hydraulic thing, and then. That's some other people.
That's right.
They were selling these like neon signs of track layouts. It's really cool, like Monza and stuff. And then they just had a simulator, like
on the side of the road.
Yeah, and they had F1 in 2022 running.
Yeah.
And there's just some guy on it, which is pretty cool.
I hadn't seen that. People were just, gosh, it was like traffic. You just sit there and people would just like get out of their car and it was.
Yeah.
But. And I'm not going to let that take away. I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I wasn't prepared in the past. It's been not as bad, but it seems like it was worse this year.
Yeah.
But if there was like record clearance, that would explain it.
And there was also those roadside businesses that just said parking.
Yeah.
When they just had like a little rinky-dinky parking lot, people would be trying to get in and out of those.
And I think that's what did it too, because it's just trying to get out there. Plus, you had roadblocks for like VIPs and
the cops were like there from traffic. Were like, next time
you get a real parking lot.
Parking
like yelling at people. It was messy. So what stuff did we end up? We each got a program.
Yeah, we got a program.
That's all we got. We got little cards.
Yeah, we didn't buy any merch. There really was nothing. It was all like shirts.
Yeah. Even
like Red Bull shirts, it's just like Checo's watermelon colors or like dark blue.
Yeah. And it's stuff you could get, like I said, online. Yeah. And it's cheaper. It's still not cheap, but it's like cheap. It's still,
And they have little novelty items at the counter. They have like mini helmets and diecast replicas. What was that one thing that we were like, oh, that looks cool, can I get it?
What's it?
It looks through the glass.
Oh, I can see it. I'm looking down.
Case. Yeah. That looks cool.
Something with Senna.
I don't know. But
was interesting going to. I should have looked at the prices if they had the F1 outlet store.
Oh yeah, which was like
like
from 2020. It was like Renault and
whatever Racing Point was before. It might have been Racing Point.
It was Racing Point.
I don't think Force India here, but I think it was Racing Point. I mean, same thing, but
yeah.
And then going into the Williams one. We were just, it'd be awesome to like find some kind of Latifi.
Yeah, and then we looked for Latifi and there's Logan Sargent.
Logan Sargent already, I think he had didn't it just announce like that day or a couple days or so before that he's going to be driving?
I feel like they just had it like on back order and they were like, okay, he's in, and then just stuck all the shelves.
And then Latifi, for the first few laps, he would kind of go by.
Yeah.
At the end.
Latifi! Yeah!
But not being much, but it's because, I mean, at the same time, it's like, dude, he's being like, if you're the worst driver in F1, you're still an F1 driver and you're better than I'll ever be. Or,
Yeah, but like, we still like know what they shouldn't have done. Like, Stroll shouldn't have defended that way, but he did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, about that. So, entirely Stroll's fault. And the FIA decided 2-2?
Did it like cancel out or something?
What? Grammar.
You're talking about what?
The FIA decided T-O-T-O-O. Where does this episodes always turn into like grammar lesson? we had the German alphabet on the last one.
Oh, good.
And then
so 2-2.
We're having like
See, because it was not only hopefully entertaining, but it's also educational.
Yeah. So, can we get like a government educational grant?
Yeah. Good.
Hopefully. But
2-2.
Yeah. It's weird. 2-2.
I'm trying to follow what the sentence you were saying was.
The FAA decided that 2-2.
The FIA decided
that TOO. They decided
that too.
That 2-2. They decided that Stroll was in fault also.
Okay. There we go.
I guess it's grammatically correct.
That Stroll, the FIA decided that Stroll was also at fault.
No, that it was Stroll's fault also, like me. Like, they decided that too.
It was basically Alonso and Stroll's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyways.
Yeah. See, this is when you know you're tired.
Yeah.
So.
Catch you later.
Okay, here we go.